Children, you learnt about the reflection of light and the image formation through the concave mirror and convex mirror, and also about the mirror formula and magnification formula. And now let us discuss about the refraction of light. You know that light seems to travel along straight line path in a transparent medium. What happens when light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium? You might have observed that when a pencil is partly immersed in water in a glass tumbler, it appears to be displaced at the interface of air and water. And here, see the figure, a pencil appears to be bent at the surface of water. You might have also observed that the bottom of a tank or a pond containing water appears to be raised. And also you know that coin kept in the water in a tumbler appears to be raised. See the real depth of the coin and also the apparent depth of the coin. Let us consider the case of the apparent displacement of a pencil partly immersed in water. The light reaching you from the portion of the pencil inside water seems to come from different direction compared to the part above water. This makes the pencil appear to be displaced at the interface. For similar reasons, the letters appears to be raised when seen through a glass slab placed over it. Does a pencil appears to be displaced to the same extent if instead of water we use liquids like kerosene or turpentine? Will the letters appears to rise to the same height if we replace glass slab with a transparent plastic slab? You will find that the extent of effect is different for different pairs of media. So here these observations indicate that light does not travels in the same direction in all media. It appears that when traveling obliquely from one medium to another, the direction of the propagation of the light in the second medium changes. This phenomena is known as refraction of light. See this case here. When the pencil is immersed in the water, the light must come from the point A. Then you can observe the pencil at a point, end of the pencil at a point A. But here the light appears to come from the point A dash. Light appears to come from the point A dash. So the pencil appears to be bent at the surface. So this is nothing but refraction of light. So when light travels from one medium to another medium, the path of the light changes. The direction of the propagation of the light changes. This phenomena is nothing but refraction of light. And in this case, the coin is at the bottom, but it appears to be raised at a point A dash. That is the same reason here. You know that if the light rays are from the point A, then you can see the coin at the place A. But here the light rays appears to come from the point A dash. So here the position of the or the place of the coin appears to be raised. So this is the apparent depth of the coin and this is the actual depth of the coin. This is because of refraction of light. And in the case of depth of the swimming pool also, that is because of the refraction of light, the depth of the swimming pool appears to be raised. And here the actual depth is here and this is the apparent depth which is caused due to the refraction of light. And this is not real depth, that is the apparent depth that can be seen by the eye due to the refraction of light. When a ray of light travels from one medium to another medium, the path of the ray of light in the first medium is called incident ray and the path of the ray of light in the second medium is called refracted ray, and the angle between the incident ray and the normal at the surface of separation is called the angle of incidence, and The angle between the refracted ray and the normal at the surface of separation is called the angle of refraction. Whenever a ray of light passes from one medium to another medium of different density, the following three situations are possible. Consider the first case when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium. Here the first medium is air and the second medium is glass. And the ray of light, the path of the ray of light in the first medium, that is in the air medium, is the incident ray. And it travels into the medium, glass medium, and its path changes here, and the path is towards the normal to the surface. The light ray bends towards the normal to the surface. Here I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of refraction, and you know that here I is greater than R. I is greater than R and angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction. So when the light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the ray of light bends towards the normal to the surface and angle of incidence is greater than the angle of refraction. Now you consider the second case. Ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium. Here the first medium is glass medium and the second medium is air medium. So the path of the light in the first medium, that is the incident ray, and it enters into the second medium, that is air medium, rarer medium. You know that the path of the light moves away from the normal to the surface. See the light, see the ray of light here, see the path of light here. It moves away from the normal to the surface. In this case, angle of refraction is greater than the angle of incidence, that is I is smaller than R. Angle of incidence is smaller than the angle of refraction. Next, third case, in a ray of light traveling along the normal. In the first case and second case, the ray of light, incident light, are oblique on the surface. They are oblique to the surface. And in the third case, ray of light traveling along the normal. Ray of light traveling along the normal. See the case here, when the ray of light traveling along the normal from the rarer medium to denser medium, or it may be from denser medium to rarer medium, there is no change in the path of the light. So you can conclude that when a ray of light incident normal to the surface, when the ray of light traveling along the normal passes undeflected, there is no any refraction here, there is no any change in the path. When the ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the ray of light bends towards the normal to the surface. The refracted ray is towards the normal to the surface. When a ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, the path of the light is away from the normal to the surface. So the three things are here. When a ray of light passes from an optically rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. It bends towards the normal, and I is greater than R. I is greater than R. And when a ray of light passes from an optically denser to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal, means here I is smaller than R, that is R is greater than I. Next, a ray of light traveling along the normal passes undeflected, means here I is equals to R. I is equals to R here. I is equals to R, that is angle of incidence is equals to angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is equals to angle of refraction. So It may be I is greater than R, I is lesser than R, or I is equals to R. So, what is refraction of light? The phenomenon of bending of light from its straight line path as it passes obliquely from one transparent medium to another transparent medium is called refraction of light. What is the cause of refraction of light? You know that here if the medium are having different density, the refraction of light takes place. And you know that velocity of the light is different in different medium of different densities. If the density changes, then the velocity of light also changes. So, you know that different medium are having different densities. When light travels with the different speeds in different media, the bending or refraction of light occurs due to the change in the speed of light as it passes from one medium to another medium. The main cause is due to the change in the density, the velocity of light changes when it travels from one medium to another medium.